Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoy's Biology channel. So this is the third part of your combustion and flame lesson. So today we will be concentrating on what is flame. So let's get started without further delay. What is flame? So first we are here with the definition of a flame. So what is it? A flame? It is coming from the Latin word flamma. So what does it mean? It is a visible gaseous part of fire. Okay, it is the visible part of fire. It is the gaseous part of fire, and it is caused by exothermic chemical reaction made in a thin zone. So it is made in a thin zone, and it is caused by the chemical reaction, and it's an exothermic reaction. That is, it is giving heat, giving out heat. It's an exothermic reaction, and the flame word comes from the Latin name flamma, and it is a visible gaseous part of fire. So here we have taken a burning candle with a flame, and let us concentrate on the parts of a flame. So the outer zone of a complete combustion is blue. The outer flame part is blue. It is the hottest part. This part is the hottest part. This part is moderately hot, and this part is least hot. Now this is the middle zone of where the partial combustion is happening. It is yellow. And the innermost layer, you can see the unburnt wax vapors. These are black. So, and this is the wax candle. So this is the innermost layer, that is the middle zone or partial combustion, and the outer zone, which is complete combustion or blue. We can say the flame is blue. Now we will move on to your textbook, where they have discussed about the different types of flame and what are other parts and processes in flame and all. So let us move on to your textbook. Now here in your textbook, what they are telling, now I have already given you the description of what is a flame and what are the different parts of a flame when we are lighting a candle. Now they are telling that observe a LPG flame, that is from your gas burner. Now can you tell the color of the flame and what is the color of the candle flame? Now recall your experiences of burning of magnesium ribbon in class 7. So can you say the experience of burning of the remaining items in this list? So material is candle. You can tell whether it forms a flame or not, and does not form a flame. So just tell magnesium, camphor, kerosene stove and charcoal. So either they are forming flame or not, and you can also mention the color, which color flame they are forming, right? So you should record your observations and mention whether they are burning materials forms a flame or not. So all burning materials, they don't form a flame, right? So when they are forming a flame, whether they are forming a flame or not, you should discuss that. Now next let us do the activity here, and it will prove the structure of a flame. So light a candle, and you should be careful while lighting a candle. You should ask your parents or your elders to light the candle. Now hold a 4 to 5 centimeter long thin glass tube with a pair of tongs, okay, and introduce its one end to the dark zone on the non-flickering candle flame. So you are holding the glass tube with the help of tongs, introducing to one end in a dark zone of a non-flickering flame. So you can see the diagram over here, okay. So what is happening here? So bring a lighted matchstick near the other end. So here you are introducing a glass tube, one end to a flame, and another end you are holding in a burning matchstick. So do you see a flame caught at the end of the glass tube after a while? If so, what is it that produces a flame? Notice that wax near the heated wick melts very quickly. Okay, so just you observe what is happening here. Now the substance which vaporizes during the burning gives flame. So whatever vaporizes during burning, it gives flame. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning, and they form flame. So kerosene is also vaporizing during burning. And we can say that molten wax is also vaporizing during burning, so they are producing flames. Charcoal, on the other hand, it does not vaporize and so does not produce flame. So activity 4.10 we have done. So activity 4.5, could the vapors of wax coming out of a glass tube be the cause of the flame produced? So let us see that. So here it's 4.11. So just we will move up once. Here this 4.5 activity, we have told how to introduce this, and they are asking that whether in this activity could the vapors of wax coming out of the glass tube be the cause of the flame. Yes, because the vapors of the wax coming out from the glass tube only, they are the cause of the flame, because all the matters which are producing vapors will cause the flame. So they are the cause of the flame. Now when the candle burns steady, so you can see when the candle burns steady and we introduce a clean glass plate and a slide on the luminous zone of the flame, hold it there with a pair of tongs for about 10 seconds. What do you observe? We can observe that the glass slide has become black. So we can observe a circular backish ring in the form of in the glass plate side. So it indicates the deposition of the unburnt carbon. So it is very much clear. Instead of a glass slide, if you are taking a metal dish or something and just invertly you are holding that near the flame of the candle, you can see this blackish ring which is formed on that metal plate also. So at home this experiment you can do in front of your parents. So this will show you the deposition of the unburnt carbon particles present in the luminous zone of the flame. Now hold a thin long copper wire just inside the non-luminous zone of a flame for about 30 seconds. So if you are holding a long copper wire inside the non-luminous zone of flame for about 30 seconds, so what will happen? Notice that the portion of the copper wire just outside the flame gets red hot. So on the flame it is not getting red hot, just near outside the flame it will get red hot. So does it indicate that non-luminous zone of the flame has high amount of temperature, right? So in fact this part of the flame is the hottest part. So just now when I discussed in the first slide about what is flame, I have discussed about all these parts of a flame. So which one is the hottest part? This is the hottest part. Okay, so outer layer of the flame is the hottest part, the inner part is moderately hot, and the innermost part is the least hot part. So innermost part where the unburnt vapors are there, it's black. The middle zone partial combustion is yellow, and the outer zone of complete combustion is blue. And this inner part is least hot, and this is all we know, it's a wax candle. So this is what I have discussed in the first slide also. Now goldsmiths, what they do, they blow the outermost zone of a flame with a metallic blowpipe for melting gold and silver. You have seen the goldsmiths, they are using this type of pipe and they are blowing gold and it's a blowpipe. They are melting gold and silver with the outermost part of the flame. So because the outermost zone is the hottest, so they use the outermost zone of the flame. So goldsmith, this is the blowpipe they are using. They are using the outermost part of the flame to burn the gold or silver. This note should be made. Now next we are going to discuss about what is fuel and what is fuel efficiency. What is a fuel? So we can say that we can recall the sources of heat energy for domestic and industrial purposes, which are mainly wood, charcoal, petrol and kerosene, etc. So these substances, they are called fuels. So a good fuel is one which is readily available and it is very cheap. So if you are searching for a fuel to burn something, it should be readily available and it should be cheap, right? It burns easily in air and it's at a moderate rate and it produces a large amount of heat. It does not leave behind any undesirable substances. Okay, so therefore we can say that no fuel that could be considered as an ideal fuel. So no fuel is considered as an ideal fuel. We should look for a fuel which fulfills most of the requirements for a particular use. So all the needs are varying from person to person. So as per the needs, you can choose a fuel. So there is no such ideal fuel or there is no label as this one is the ideal fuel and this is not. So you can't label a fuel. On your necessity basis, on your availability basis, you can choose the fuel and use it and how much cheaper they are. Fuels differ in their cost. Some fuels are cheaper and others are costly. So you can make a list which are fuels which are familiar to you and you can group them into solid, liquid and gases. So the fuels are either solid or liquid or gases. You can just group them into three categories, right? So what is fuel efficiency? Now we will move on to this fuel efficiency. So suppose you were asked to boil a given quantity of water using a cow dung, a coal or LPG fuel. So which of the following you are going to choose and why? So you can take the help of your parents also. Just below we will show you a chart on which we are having some calorific values. So what is this calorific value? The amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel is called the calorific value. So depending on this calorific value only, we can decide that which fuel we can use to boil the water, either cow dung or the coal or LPG, on which the water will be boiling faster, right? So the amount of heat energy produced on the complete combustion of 1 kg of fuel is called as calorific value, and the calorific value of a fuel is expressed in a unit which is called the kilojoule per kg. Okay, so here is a table. You can see the table here where it is showing a list of calorific values of different fuels. So cow dung 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kg, wood is 17,000 to 22,000 kilojoule per kg, coal is 25,000 kilojoule per kg, petrol 45,000, kerosene 45,000, diesel 45,000, like this. Others are also there in this list. Just go through it and decide the answer of the previous question which I asked you. So on what you will prefer to boil water, right? Now here is also a table. You need to fill this table. So these are all your homeworks I am giving you. So just go fill in these. After you read the lesson, just take your answer book and fill in these types of fuels and all in your answer book, and just in the next class we can discuss all of these answers. Now here, when we are moving down, we can see that burning of fuels lead to some harmful products. So what are those? We can just discuss. The increasing fuel consumption has harmful effects on environment. Carbon fuels like wood, coal, petroleum release unburnt carbon, right? So these are particles, fine particles, which are dangerous pollutants causing respiratory diseases such as asthma. Okay, so fine carbon particles are getting deposited in our lungs. We are inhaling them and they are causing asthma and other respiratory diseases. Now, incomplete combustion of these fuels gives carbon monoxide gas, and it is very poisonous gas. It is dangerous to burn coal in a closed room because the carbon monoxide gas is produced. So carbon monoxide is CO, carbon dioxide is CO2. So monoxide means one oxygen is there. The gas is produced which can kill persons sleeping in that room. Okay, so that is why we are advised never to sleep in a room with burning or smoldering coal or fire in it. So whenever you are sleeping in a room with a burning fire in it, the windows should be open so that there should be no accumulation of carbon monoxide gas, which leads to even death of person, right? It is very harmful. Now next comes combustion of most of the fuel releases carbon dioxide in the environment. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide is leading to global warming. You know that. So leading to global warming. Nowadays you are facing certain hazardous situations for this global warming. We are facing extreme temperatures, extreme heat wave, extreme cold. So all weather has changed due to this global warming. So global warming is the rise in temperature of the atmosphere of the earth. This results among the things in the melting of polar glaciers, which leads to rise in the sea level, causing floods in the coastal areas. Low-lying coastal areas may even permanently submerged underwater. So what is happening? As too much flood and all, polar glaciers which are melting, which is giving rise to the sea level, and the coastal areas, low-lying coastal areas, they are mostly, even permanently, they may be submerged underwater after years. Okay, so next comes the burning of coal and diesel. It releases sulfur dioxide gas. So till now we have discussed about unburnt carbon, carbon dioxide gas and carbon monoxide gas. Now burning of coal and diesel, what is it releasing? The gas is sulfur dioxide or SO2. Okay, so it is extremely suffocating and corrosive gas. Moreover, we can say that petrol engines gives off gaseous oxides of nitrogen, and oxides of sulfurs and nitrogen dissolve in rainwater and they form acid rain. So acid rain is very much harmful for the crops, for the buildings and soil as well. So we can say that now Taj Mahal, it has been from the marble white color, it is gradually transforming yellow due to this pollution, due to this acid rain, which is causing harm to the marble of the building. Okay. So crops also gets harmed due to this acid rain. So this is mostly due to the production of sulfur dioxide from the burning of coal and diesel. So it should be clear to everyone, right? So the use of diesel and petrol as fuels in automobiles is replaced by the CNG. So it is much less harmful, that is compressed natural gas, because CNG produces harmful products in very small amount, okay? And it is a clearer fuel. So it is not so much harmful as burning of coal and diesel. It is less harmful and it is producing less harmful products, CNG. So we are almost at the end of this lesson. So what we have learned, new things today, we have learned about the acid rain, calorific value, combustion, deforestation, explosion, flame, fire extinguisher, fuel, fuel efficiency, global warming, ideal fuel, ignition temperature and inflammable substances. So I have divided this lesson into 3 important parts, and where I have covered all these important topics with definitions and discussion. So please do go through the previous lessons also as well, the first and the second part of combustion and flame. So please do subscribe to my channel, as we have ended this lesson here, and we will be coming again with the next lesson as per your curriculum. So you should get the updates when I'm uploading the lessons. So stay tuned, stay updated, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And please do share your comments in the comments box, and please do share my lesson with your friends also. Thank you.